The undefeated Daniel Dubois is one of the hottest British top heavyweight contenders, and he proves this every time he goes into the ring. The 23-year-old British boxer was born and grew up in London, in a large family with 11 children. From the age of 8, he was engaged in boxing and participated in many youth tournaments, as well as in the 2014 Youth Olympic Games. Dubois wanted to qualify for the Tokyo Olympics in 2020, but
大家好，老师从业中医男科30余年，帮助了数千名海内外华人朋友通过中药调理重回男性雄风。如果你也存在房事时间短、勃起无力、硬度差、中途疲软、肾虚、前列腺炎等问题，现在就加中医老师微信574-993-200，纯中药，一人一方，治根治本，帮助你持续坚挺20至40分钟，补肾壮阳，延时助勃，彻底告别快男软男。记住微信574-993-200。
And more and hold on to it for a long time, as long as he's young, as long as he's got to mature, let him come through steadily and whatever, he can punch like a mule, you know what I mean? And he's got a nice style as well, and he's got a good personality, and he's a nice human being.
Dubois is a little less than 2 meters tall, has impressive data and a long reach. When you look at a promising 2-meter heavyweight in the ring, the first thing you should pay attention to is his arm technique and how well he places his jabs. Everything else will gradually follow. Manchester, UK, 2017. Daniel Dubois versus Marcus Kelly. Daniel ended his debut fight in the professional ring in just 35 seconds. The victim of the talented 19-year-old Dubois was his fellow countryman Marcus Kelly. The fight ended with a knockout in the first round. Dubois looked prepared for the fight, while his rival seemed not ready for the task.
Is he going to look? Let's see if he can produce that trademark jab, but there's a speculative overhand right from Kelly, who's decided he's going to...
For Kelly, this was his second professional match, having won a single previous match in July. Marcus showed an unorthodox style.
Oh, but there's Dubois. Lovely left hook there, John. Caught by the left hand, and he's in trouble and gone down inside.
However, Daniel inflicted a left hook that sent Kelly into a neutral corner, after which he began to strike him repeatedly with blows, driving his opponent to the floor of the ring. Kelly rose on the count of 9, but the referee decided to stop the fight.
Daniel Dubois is the winner in, well, you have to say, slightly farcical circumstances.
Leicester, United Kingdom, 2017. Daniel Dubois versus Blaise Menduo. On April 22nd, Dubois held his second duel in the professional ring and defeated Blaise Menduo by TKO. London, UK, 2017. Daniel Dubois versus David Howe. On the evening of May 20th at the Copper Box Arena in London, the British talent continued his successful performance in the boxing ring after defeating his compatriot David Howe in less than a minute. In his duel against David Howe, Daniel pressed the opponent near the ropes, where he delivered a heavy overhand blow which knocked him to the floor, forcing the referee to immediately stop the fight. London, UK, 2017. Daniel Dubois versus Mauricio Barragan. Exactly 3 months after the start of his professional career, Daniel won the WBC Federation Youth World Heavyweight title after knocking out Mauricio Barragan of Uruguay in the second round. This was followed by victory after victory. Although Dubois consistently knocked out his opponents early, each of his victories was more and more difficult, taking up more rounds. He knocked out A.J. Carter in the first round, Dorian Darch in the second round, D.L. Jones in the third round, and Tom Little in the fifth round. Leicester, UK, 2018. Daniel Dubois versus Kevin Johnson. On October 6th, the Briton hoped to prove to everyone that besides quick knockouts, he was also a smart boxer. For the first time in his professional career, Daniel Dubois went the full distance, winning on points in the battle against 39-year-old American veteran Kevin Johnson. Before this fight, Dynamite won his first 8 victories exclusively by knockout. Dubois controlled the events of this battle, delivering heavy blows from both hands. He pushed Johnson to the ropes, where he landed combinations. Johnson fought cautiously, not showing the will to win, trying only to survive. Dubois confidently won the fight, but was never close to knocking out his experienced opponent. According to the results, after 10 rounds, Daniel Dubois won by points with a score of 191. London, the United Kingdom, 2019. Daniel Dubois versus Razvan Kojanu. On the evening of March 8th, Daniel's next professional boxing tournament took place at the Royal Albert Hall Arena in London. The main event of the show was a duel in the heavyweight division between young Briton Daniel Dubois and the experienced representative from Romania, Razvan Kojanu, who at the time was a veteran of 21 battles, having won 16 victories with 5 losses.
I think he's heavy.
Dynamite immediately went on the offensive. He used his advantage in speed, and his right and left crosses easily penetrated Kojanu's defense. In the second round, Kojanu looked tired. Nevertheless, he tried to change the course of events, but unfortunately, he did not have the necessary skills.
Memorably beat Lennox Lewis back in 2001. And another one. Oh, and he's caught him with the left to the jaw.
Daniel won the second round by knocking out his opponent and winning the WBO European heavyweight title.
But the gloves came down, and I don't think Kojanu's going to get up. He's trying manfully, but it's been waved all over, and it is finished.
London, United Kingdom, 2019. Daniel Dubois versus Richard Lardy. April 27th at the Wembley Arena in London hosted a great boxing show from the promotion company Queensberry Promotions. This time, Dynamite's rival was the boxer from Ghana, Richard Lardy, with 14 victories and 1 defeat. Daniel was a clear favorite in this fight and was expected to win.
Well, he's landed with the right hand there, Lardy and the left.
Let it go either. Shot.
Well, Larty's coming in here, giving us everything. And he's trying to...
If he can take it on that.
Oh, great shot, right hand he was. He walked straight onto it.
The end came in the fourth round when Dubois got in an exchange of hits in the middle distance. Lardy got up at the count of 9, but was confused and decided to stop the fight. After the fight, Dubois said he was ready to battle for the vacant British heavyweight title against other prospective compatriots, including the silver medalist of the 2016 Olympics, Joe Joyce. London, UK, 2019. Daniel Dubois versus Nathan Gorman. On July 13th, a duel between 2 young and promising British heavyweights was held in London. 21-year-old Daniel the Dynamite Dubois won an early victory by knockout in the first round against 23-year-old Nathan Gorman, thereby securing the vacant British heavyweight champion title.
Dubois made a little adjustment to the jab there from Dubois and a right hand.
Oh, he's looking to unload here, Dubois.
He can't make any silly mistakes. Oh, good shot, good one. most definitely. But the second round was a good round there for Dubois.
Oh, big right hand from Dubois, and he's down for the first time.
After an equal first round, Daniel grabbed the advantage and knocked down his opponent in the third round, and then sent him again to the ring floor in the fifth round.
Yeah, but do it through boxing, that's the point. Oh, hello. Well, he certainly has done now.
Nathan Gorman suffered his first loss in the professional ring.
He's been counted out. He thought he got up in time, but he hasn't. And the champion is Daniel Dubois.
London, UK, 2019. Daniel Dubois versus Ebenezer Teta. In anticipation of this fight, the African believed that his opponent very much underestimated him, conducting conversations about a future fight with David Price without having yet fought Dubois. On September 27th in London, the rising star of the heavyweight division, Daniel Dubois, met in the ring with the undefeated 31-year-old boxer from Ghana, Ebenezer Teta. At stake was the vacant WBO international title and the British Empire belt. Daniel kept his promise and got a long-term victory by technical knockout in the first round. London, UK, 2019. Daniel Dubois versus Kiyotaro Fujimoto. On December 21st at the Copper Box Arena in London, a boxing night took place called the Fight on the Eve of Christmas, where Daniel Dubois defeated Kiyotaro Fujimoto and took possession of the vacant WBC silver title. Literally, the first blow thrown by the Briton shocked the Japanese fighter. Fujimoto more than once missed a powerful blow, fell back on the ropes, staggered, but did not fall. As an underdog, he did not strike back, but only tried to survive. In the second round, Dubois dropped Fujimoto with a hook. The Japanese got to his feet and continued to move in circles around the perimeter of the ring.
Because you can see the foot and the hand, they move together. He steps in with the jab.
A minute before the end of the round, the underdog missed a right cross to the jaw and ended up in a hard knockout.
He is getting up.
What a shot. Just so beautifully timed out there, right hand there by Dubois. It was absolutely perfect.
Daniel is still young and has much to learn. Currently, he has too many mid-range bouts with lower-tier rivals. But if you recall Anthony Joshua, he had exactly the same problem. Daniel's own style will develop as time goes on, and we will have to wait and watch this British puncher. So far, there have not been any serious challengers on his path. Those are still to come.